So we mentioned that you could use Lucas and Canati between frames and use the Shih-Tomasi way of finding features, small displacements. But what if there are large displacements? What if things have moved a lot because they're moving quickly? Well, one thing we do is we do know that we can build a descriptor, remember the SIFT descriptor, so that if you found a matching point, I would be able to say, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a match. But the question was, how would I decide where to find it? So when we were doing the ransack method of finding those panoramas, you remember we essentially compared all of these with all of those, found the putative matches, selected a bunch, and then tried to find something that gave us a consistent model. So you're doing a lot of work in order to try to globally find all of these kinds of things. For tracking, what we want is, well, first of all, we typically want real-time methods because we want this thing to operate as things are moving along. And in particular, we want this notion of a coherent tracked result, right? So we're not going to try to match everything in one frame to everything in another and then do it again and then do it again and do it again and do it. See, so you just saw my head rotating around. I hope you're paying attention. So the idea is that you have this smooth, coherent trajectory. And that's what we want to do for tracking. And in order to do that, we have to worry about the dynamics. That is, how are things moving? How are they changing? So when we do tracking with dynamics, the key idea is we've got some sort of model of the motion, and maybe we're updating that model, like the velocity and the acceleration. But using that model, we want to predict where the objects will be in the next frame, and then we're going to look around that area, okay? And that prediction will allow us to restrict where we're doing the search. And the other thing is, if we have a noisy detection, that is, our ability to know where this thing is not perfect, we should actually get a better overall estimate because we're combining a prediction with the measurement. So that's the idea of tracking with dynamics.